All right, I admit it. Time has passed. I did not get the cake put together over the weekend, so it's been a few days, and my brandy soaking candied fruits are still soaking in brandy. They've kind of all become one color, and when I first took them out of the fridge, they were kind of all one mass as well, but I've been breaking them up. I'm not going to open it and sniff it today because I imagine it's going to be really potent. But the ingredient I was missing when last we spoke was almond flour, which I now have in hand. Very excited about that. Had this in hand, so last night I was going to put these together, or put this cake together, and realized that I needed softened butter. All my butter was in the fridge. So, got out butter, let it soften, so I'm good with that. I have eggs, I have all of my dried and candied fruits, obviously. I have more brandy because it gets soaked in brandy at the end. Then of course I had to do some guesswork on some of the British ingredients. We're substituting regular light brown sugar for the light muscovado sugar. We're substituting some nice basic molasses for the black treacle. And I had no idea for sure what ground mixed spice would be. So I went for the one ground mixed spice that I have in the cabinet all the time, which is pumpkin pie spice, which is a blend of cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and allspice. It's all ground, it's mixed, it's spice. Good to go. I also remembered parchment paper so I can line my pan. I have my pan, I have my mixer. I think I am actually ready to go. And I still have over a month for this to cure, so that's a good thing. One thing, if you're looking at the recipe, it asks for size 3 eggs. I didn't know what that was. So I looked it up online. A size 3 egg is kind of the top end of a large egg and the bottom end of a jumbo egg. So I'm using 4 large eggs. That just seemed like kind of a safe place to be. Let's see, I'm using pecans because they happen to be the nut that I had in the freezer. So I'm not using, I think it calls for walnuts actually I think it calls for Brazil nuts and then my friend wrote walnuts in the margin. I'm using pecans. As for the recipe, I apologize. I don't actually have the cookbook for it. I just have this recipe. A friend of mine online commented about his wife, who's actually, my friend is his wife. She's just not online. So I was talking to him about this Christmas cake that he said that she had put together. And I asked for the recipe. So he just sent me the photo that you see in the post. And that's all I have. So I'm not entirely certain where it's from. All I know is that she insists that it is the only Christmas cake recipe. So that's what I'm working with. All right, I covered all this stuff. I covered all that. And I swear, I think I'm ready to go. So before something falls off the counter and breaks, or something, before I accidentally, drop this in the trash or something, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and get this put together. So it bakes for about 3 hours. So give me about 3.5 hours and an hour for it to sit in the tin before it gets flipped out and all that stuff. And I will see you then. And I might sneak a taste to see how it turned out. And then we'll find out in the month after that whether it was really good. All right? But for now, I will see you in a few hours.